Look at me right now, Moneypenny. I want to undo that bow and get to know you.
I'm crazy to make a deal with you.
Nancy and I...
Wouldn't advise doing this with a social worker.
This idiot. You're doing it. I'm sitting on a gold mine.
Don't make me smack you, sweetheart. I'll do it. Figaro. I do a great impression of a hot dog.
What is going on, everyone? It's Mark Reel Jr., the father's rights attorney. On today's episode, I am flying solo, and we're going to dip into pop culture. And before you laugh, before you shake it off, Mrs. Doubtfire and a lot of the things that happen in Mrs. Doubtfire, they're sensationalized in this movie, but they're things we see men go through every single day. So we hope this is not only enjoyable, but also educational to everyone out there.
Honey, what are you looking for? Honey, I'd be careful. That pony had a lot of water. Party's over.
Oh, that's great. She called you and you bust the birthday party. That's great.
Don't you dare make me out to be the monster here, Daniel. Don't you dare. Yeah. You have all the fun and I get whatever's left over.
Oh, you chose the career, Miss.
I have no choices here, Daniel. I have no choices. Even when I try to do something fun,
it's been a while since I've seen it, but
birthday cake and a few gifts. You bring home the goddamn San Diego Zoo and I have to
looks like we got Robin Williams being a Disneyland dad and mom being upset she has to be the bad cop.
You always make me out to be the heavy.
Oh, I don't make you out to be anything. You do it yourself, quite naturally,
You set
Miranda.
me up, Daniel, every time.
Oh, I
you're
don't
the
set
bad
you.
guy.
Oh, lighten up, will you?
So fun fact that we always have to bring up in these situations is that under the family code, what they're doing right now is technically domestic violence. The yelling, the screaming, it can be under coercive control or more commonly disturbing the peace.
Out for 14 years.
Come on, please. Listen, maybe we need some help, okay? Maybe we can go to a family therapist. They'll help us do this together.
It's too late for that.
Well, let's take a vacation together with the kids. As a family, get you away from work. You're a different person. You really are. You're great.
Oh, Daniel, our problems would be waiting for us right here when we got back.
We'll move. And hopefully our problems won't follow us.
Daniel, please don't joke.
Okay?
We've just grown apart. We're different.
We can see here,
We have nothing
he
in
doesn't
common.
want the divorce. He doesn't want the separation, but you can see her kind of soft pitching it right now. We know that statistically 70-80% of the petitioners in family court are female, whether that be divorce, custody. He's going into save mode. He's going into protector mode while she's moved on.
I want a divorce.
And there we go. Woman initiated. That's rough there. The kid's watching. Definitely not ideal to have your kids in the middle.
I'm so sorry.
All right, so we're at the first hearing now.
Tended to favor the mother. We also realize, perhaps now more than ever, that it is not in a child's best interest to deprive him or her of an obviously loving father. However, since at the present time Mr. Hillard has no place to live and no employment, it is the court's ruling to award sole custody to Mrs. Hillard.
I know it seems like a lot, but for me it's not enough, really. I've been away from them for more than 1 day since the day they were born.
Mr. Hillard, I would like to add that this ruling is only temporary.
Oh, good.
I will assign a court liaison to oversee your case, and there will be a continuance of these proceedings in 90 days. I'm giving you 3 months, Mr. Hillard.
Thank you.
3 months in which to get a job, keep it, and create a suitable home. If this proves to be a possibility for you, I will consider a joint custody arrangement when we reconvene. We're adjourned.
Well, it looks like there is a little light at the end of our tunnel, eh?
So something you'd see out here in California as well today. Judge gives some things he needs done and gives you the opportunity to do it. And now it's about him as a father following through on those things. We see this a lot with individuals who maybe have some trouble or don't have something that a child needs.
God, no. Why would you think that?
I should have never had a birthday, Dad. This never would have happened.
Yes, it would. It was an accident waiting to happen. Okay? You did nothing wrong. You got that? Hey, give me 5, Spoon. Hey. You're the man of the house now. Don't be messy. Okay?
You can't go now.
Well, you have to.
We're right in the middle of Charlotte's Web. Who's gonna finish it?
Well, Grandma will finish it for you.
She's not as good. She always skips parts, and she never does the voices. She smells funny, too.
The one thing about this, too, is you can see with these interactions that he has great relationships with a kid, which a lot of times is key. When you have poor relationships, you weren't around, you weren't involved, it makes it harder on the judge to grant a joint custody arrangement.
Saturday comes real quick.
I miss you.
Ditto.
As you can see, all 3 kids desperately want to have relationships with their father. He's clearly formed bonds with them, which is something that the courts want to see, that you can use to get that custody arrangement that's not just good for you, but good for their children. This is a big one, too, is that you heard him say, get suitable housing. We see a lot of times when these breakups, these separations occur, mom moves back in with her parents or has a support system, and dad's got to figure out how to have a housing arrangement that works for the kids. Looks like he's now meeting with the social worker.
And Friday evenings to inspect it.
Well, I'll put on a chicken.
And of course, there's always the job issue. This is the nearest employment office. I've taken the liberty of making an appointment for you.
Thank you.
Oh, by the way, do you have any special skills?
Oh, yes. I do. I do voices.
What do you mean, you do voices?
Well, I do voices.
Yeah! We've come to this planet looking for intelligent life. Oops, we made a mistake.
We're happy to be in America. Don't ask for a green card.
I want you in the worst way.
Well, it's certainly a rough meeting, and it's not going very well for me, I'll tell you that. Hey, boss, give it a chance. She's going to loosen up any moment. Look at me right now, Moneypenny. I want to undo that bow and get to know you.
I'm crazy to make a deal with you. Nancy and I...
Wouldn't advise doing this with a social worker.
Idiot! You're doing it! I'm sitting on a gold mine!
Don't make me smack you, sweetheart. I'll do it. Figaro. I do a great impression of a hot dog.
Mr. Hillard, do you consider yourself humorous?
I used to. There was a time when I found myself funny. But today, you have proven me wrong. Thank you. Listen, bottom line, I need to be with my children. And I'll do anything to do that. You just tell me what to do.
All right, so now we got him in drag. So I think this one shows one of the things that I don't think is super common today, but you have to be able to meet your children's needs, and one of those things is ensuring that they're appropriately fed.
This holiday smells like...
And I think this scene's meant to show that he wasn't able to provide that for his kids. And now his boobs are on fire.
Look at this. My first day as a woman, I'm getting hot flashes.
I mean, obviously a movie, but I mean, doing something like this probably a crime. I don't know what it would be. I think in today's society with DoorDash and that type of stuff, ordering out, I think, used to be viewed as much more negative. But this is wild that his wife of 14 years wouldn't recognize him, even if he was in drag. So all the things that he couldn't do when they were married, he's now excelling at. Nothing wrong with that, but definitely a good way to anger your former spouse. Important part to remember about any divorce is the impacts it has on the kids, whether they're in the middle of it, whether they have a poor relationship with one parent, a great relationship with both. They're going to be severely and acutely impacted by any separation.
The board there. Oh, isn't he a stunning piece of work? Look, Neddy, that's called liposuction.
So is this mom's new boyfriend? Is that what we got going on here?
I hope you had protection. You know, you hit the water at that speed, God knows what happened.
Oh, let's go say hi.
Let's do.
So this is probably one of the tougher things for all men going through divorce and separation is the woman is typically the one who moves on faster. And so seeing your co-parent with another significant other can be extremely challenging.
Yes, well. Your tummy looks different from my daddy's.
Oh, Natty. Not everyone has their own personal trainer.
Well, guys, you got your swimsuits? You want to go for a dip?
Oh, great.
Good. How about you, Mrs. Doubtfire?
Oh, you wicked, wicked man. Isn't there enough flesh here for you to feast your eyes on?
Oh, come now, Mrs. Doubtfire. Don't be bashful.
Oh, no, dear. I think they've outlawed whaling. We'll be reenacting the Titanic.
Come on, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh, no, just go leave me here. I'll just sit here in the sun and crisp. I don't think you can get heat stroke twice in the same year.
Okay, well, let's go, kids. Swim time.
Go, dear, I'll be fine.
Come on. Your day's on me, Mrs. Doubtfire. Anything you need, just put in my tub, okay?
Thank you, dear. Touch me again, I'll drown.
You can see him starting to get emotional. We talk about that a lot.
I'll just sit here.
Is once that divorce or separation has happened, once you're no longer together, she gets the opportunity to make choices. And we'll see a lot of times where men will claim that the new significant other is an issue. But if they're not actually an issue, I mean, your co-parent's responsible for the behavior of people they bring around the kids, but you can't say they can't be around someone just because.
Is everything all right, ma'am?
Fan-bloody-tastic. Can I have another?
Sure.
Okay, Chris.
Hi.
Start over the line, please.
It's on me.
Thanks.
He forgot he was dressed up as an old woman.
4 iced teas, Todd.
Oh, who's Rugrats?
Miranda Hillard's.
Miranda Hillard?
Mm-hmm. The woman I'm seeing.
No kidding. You? The guy who's never having kids? Won't have anything to do with kids? You won't even date a woman who's got kids.
People change, Ron. I'm pushing 40. I don't want to spend the rest of my life by myself.
She's got an awful lot of baggage, though. 3 kids.
3 terrific kids, and I'm crazy about them. Especially that little Natalie. Look at her. She needs a sweet pie. God knows. They need some kind of stable father figure in their life right now. Thanks, Todd.
Oh, what about their real father?
What can I say, Ron? The guy's a loser.
Oof.
I'll see you.
Loser.
Oh, sir, I saw it. Some angry member of the kitchen staff. Did you not tip them? Oh, the terrorists, they ran that way. It was a run by fruiting. I'll get them, sir. Don't worry.
A run by fruiting. It's all fun and games, but this is where a lot of guys get themselves in trouble. The number of times that the new boyfriend and dad get into some sort of disagreement or argument, and it's not his kid, so it's only going to impact you.
Yeah, honey. It's me.
All right, now he's exposing himself.
Daniel! Oh, my God! Oh, my God! Oh, my God! The whole time you were... The whole time?
Oh, I'm sorry, Miranda. Please.
Don't talk to me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I have to go. We have to leave now. I have to leave. We have to leave now. I have to go. We're going.
All right, so we got the final court hearing after he's exposed himself as being Mrs. Doubtfire.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Well, Mr. Hillard,
he's ditched his
you've
attorney.
determined to act as your own attorney.
Her attorney looks
You're
evil.
entitled to make a closing statement at this time.
Your Honor, in the past 2 months, I've secured a residence. I've refurbished that residence and made it an environment fit for children. Those are your words. I'm also holding down a job as a shipping clerk. So I believe I met your requirements. Ahead of schedule.
He went out, he did what the courts have asked him to do, he did what the judge asked of him. His issue is going to be this, is you have to, when you make mistakes, you're going to have to rebuild your reputation with the judge. Hearings aren't ever in.
I love them with all my heart. And the idea of someone telling me I can't be with them, I can't see them every day, it's like someone saying I can't have
a vacuum. They're going to be, they're going to look at the totality of everything you've done, the perceptions they have of you.
I just want to be with them. You know, I need that, sir. We have a history. And they mean everything to me, and they need me as much as I need them.
He's saying all the right things, but
so please,
the actions are going to be an issue.
Thank you.
Mr. Hillard, you've been able to fool a lot of people into believing that you're
Here we go.
a 50-year-old woman. No easy task. And your little speech seemed to be very heartfelt and genuine. But I believe it to be a terrific performance by a very gifted actor, nothing more.
No, it's not that.
He may have really meant what he said, but his prior actions have jaded the way the judge views him. This is his own fault.
And I refuse to further subject 3 innocent children to your peculiar and potentially harmful behavior. It is this court's decision to award full custody to Mrs. Hillard.
Oh, God, no, sir, please.
You will have supervised visitation rights every Saturday.
Supervised, sir?
Yes.
This is one thing that drives me crazy, is that a lot of times judges will use supervised visitation as a crutch.
Testing and perhaps treatment for you, Mr. Hillard. We will re-examine this case 1 year from now.
It's not necessary. If you're
Thank
not
you.
a danger
Court is
to the
adjourned.
children, they can't prove that, then you shouldn't have supervised visits. And you can see on his ex-wife's face the regret she has around doing that to him.
Hi.
What's going on?
I'm here to pick you up.
Your dad's gonna take you for a few hours every day after school.
Really?
Mrs. Doubtfire is an extreme story, but a lot of the fact pattern, they're things that we see every single day. The woman wants the divorce. The woman gets primary custody temporarily because the father maybe can't perform or provide everything the children need. and then their own actions and behaviors jade the way the judge views them. And then when it comes time to make a decision, they've put themselves behind the 8 ball in every way imaginable. So while the storyline is extreme, this is something that we see every single day from men. So I hope this video can provide some value, probably some entertainment. And to our listeners and viewers, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys again next week on an episode of the Father's Rights Playbook.